many shots? How many shots? How many shots?
For over a year, residents of New York City awaited the outcome of the very tense and controversial shooting death of a young man named Amadou Diallo. Mr. Diallo, who was unarmed, was killed when 4 police officers who were members of the controversial New York City Street Crimes Unit shot him 41 times in the vestibule of his apartment building. Finally, on Friday, February 25, 2000, the jury acquitted the 4 police officers on all charges and on all counts. New York City responded to the Diallo shooting verdict immediately.
That evening, Friday, on Wheeler Avenue in the Bronx, the Soundview section where Amadou Diallo was shot, a spontaneous rally erupted where hundreds of people of African descent circled the 43rd precinct. Police officers immediately responded, coming out in a sea of blue to protect the precinct and to try and regain control of the neighborhood.
On Saturday, February 26, a rally was organized by over 20 organizations and community groups that make up the People's Justice 2000 coalition. At least 5,000 people came out to demonstrate. The rally spontaneously turned into a march that went all the way from 59th Street to City Hall.
Over 1,000 police officers lined Fifth Avenue, trying to keep people back from spilling over into the streets, forcing 5,000 people to walk along a narrow sidewalk. The scene became very tense as many people began to get arrested. By the end of the day, approximately 90 people had been arrested for charges varying from civil disobedience to resisting arrest.
The march was fueled by a legacy of outrage against police abuse and the number of people and families it has damaged for generations. New York City communities now wonder what it will take to get justice for Mr. Diallo, and beyond that, to end police brutality, because Amadou Diallo is not the first victim, nor will he be the last.
This is an experience of Latinos and African Americans, of Black and brown people, and Asian people, people of color, young people, poor people. This is their experience because they are the most vulnerable, and they have become the fodder, the target of the so-called war on drugs / war on crime.
Many people felt that the verdict that was handed down on Friday was a green light to police officers to do whatever you feel is necessary, and that the lives of young Black people are irrelevant. A young man who was arrested demonstrating the acquittal of the 4 police officers who shot Amadou Diallo was shot while he was unarmed in the back of his head. His name was Malcolm Ferguson. That night, another spontaneous demonstration broke out, again in the South Bronx, in the Soundview section, only blocks from where Amadou Diallo was shot, Malcolm Ferguson was shot.
New York City PoliceWatch is an independent, nonprofit human rights organization that tracks instances of police brutality, and we are a witness to these instances of police brutality and misconduct. We are using more and more video equipment to help us to track and to show the images of police brutality. A picture speaks 1,000 words.
On Thursday, March 16, Patrick Dorismont, a 26-year-old unarmed security guard, was shot and killed by undercover police outside the Wakamba Lounge on 34th in Midtown Manhattan. Mr. Dorismont is the second unarmed man of African descent to have been shot and killed by undercover police since the Diallo verdict in March of 2000.
The United States has been very successful in portraying itself as the bastion of liberty to move its foreign policy objectives. In order to do that, it has to hide the fact that there are human rights violations in the United States. When you have chronic systemic police brutality going on in this country, that is clearly a human rights violation.